She dropped my children off. This was Sunday. Dropped my children off with all 4 of my children with a female babysitter who has a child. So there's 5 kids for her. That's 5 kids for her in an apartment, right? And Melody goes to a whole nother state. Guys, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But Melody goes to a whole nother state. And she hasn't come back to this day. And today is Wednesday.
The news didn't break in a headline. It didn't come from a blog, a messy fan page, or a leaked screenshot. It started with a single photo. Melody standing in soft afternoon light, one hand resting gently on her growing belly, the other holding a tiny pair of baby shoes. No long caption, no dramatic message, no shade at anyone. Just peace, just joy, just a life moving forward. And right beneath that quiet announcement was the line that shook the entire internet. Thank you for supporting us on this journey, M&H. Melody and Hill. Those 2 letters were enough to send every fan page, every blog, every group chat into instant chaos. Because for months, people speculated, they guessed, they analyzed grainy photos and zoomed in to blurry videos. But nobody...
It's an issue.
No.
Like,
I'm not making it a big issue.
Yeah, don't let that mess up the friendship
but
or
no,
nothing.
oh, no, hell no. It's not gonna mess up our friendship.
Okay.
But it's more like, don't ever do that again, though. I would not go to your ex-wife before I come to you, the man, first.
expected Melody to confirm anything. Not this soon, not this boldly, not with Hill Harper at her side. And absolutely nobody expected Martell's reaction. Because the second that photo dropped, insiders say Martell completely spiraled. Not the playful, dramatic indignation he uses for camera time, not the half-hearted shade he posts online when he's bored. This was different. This was raw, shaken, emotional in a way that didn't look rehearsed or controlled. He paced back and forth on set. He snapped at producers. His voice cracked when he said, "She really did it. She really moved on." And when someone tried to calm him down, he reportedly shouted, "She wants everyone to think I'm replaceable." But here's the twist. Nobody thought about him at all. Because Melody's post wasn't about revenge. It wasn't a response to any argument. It wasn't even tied to any drama. She didn't tag him, didn't mention him, didn't reference the past. She simply shared her present, a quiet moment, a growing life, and a man beside her who wasn't interested in chaos. Before we get into Martell's furious reaction, the rant, the late-night live, the message he posted then deleted, we need to go back. Because this story didn't begin with a baby announcement. It started years before, when everything between Melody and Martell began to crumble piece by piece, argument by argument, betrayal by betrayal. It started long before Hill Harper stepped into the picture, long before fans began looking for clues, long before the rumor mills exploded. The truth is, this moment was coming the day Melody realized peace was more valuable than any storyline. For years, she gave Martell the benefit of the doubt. She built with him. She defended him.
Marcus, talking to you, so why you posting pictures, showing stuff? Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't ever touch Martell Holt's kids.
She raised kids beside him. She tried to fix what kept breaking. And every time she thought things were finally turning around, another crack showed up. Another secret came out. Another argument spiraled into something bigger than both of them. Fans watched the marriage fall apart piece by piece on national television. They watched the accusations, the shouting matches, the tears Melody held back, and the pride Martell refused to let go of. They saw the silence that grew between them, the resentment that never fully healed, the trust that could never be rebuilt. And when Melody finally walked away, it wasn't with a loud announcement or a dramatic moment. She just left, quietly, intentionally, completely. But even after the divorce, the tension didn't disappear. If anything, it deepened. Martell still posted cryptic messages. He still took shots when he felt ignored.
Growth in that is amazing because I used to be ready to check people all the time. And I literally had to spend some time with myself, learn to truly love myself after such a big divorce and scandal, right? And to get back to who is Melody? Who is Melody? What does Melody desire? Oh, Melody desires peace more than, you know what I'm saying? That's big for me. Melody desires to be in situations where I'm happy. I love people around me who are laughing, having a good time. We cut up. I'm a high-key comedian, by the way, so we cut up all the time, right?
He still tried to insert himself when Melody seemed too happy. He couldn't understand her silence, couldn't accept her distance, and definitely couldn't handle her growth. Because for the first time, Melody wasn't reacting to him. Not on camera. Not in any way that fed the storyline he depended on. And that silence became the beginning of Martell's real downfall. But here's where everything took a turn nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, Harper's name entered the conversation. Not because he caused drama, not because he said something messy, but because fans noticed the quiet connection, the follows, the likes, the mutual appearances at events. Hill wasn't thirsty for attention. He wasn't chasing cameras. He wasn't dropping hints. He wasn't the kind of man who posted every moment online. And that's exactly what made the rumors feel different. He carried himself with confidence, calm, purpose. He was the opposite of chaos, the kind of presence Melody hadn't experienced in a long time. But here's the thing, Melody didn't confirm a single rumor. She didn't deny them either. She simply lived her life quietly, which somehow made everything feel louder. Her body language changed, her outfit softened, her smile got calmer, her energy shifted from survival to peace. And fans noticed everything. The day someone claimed to see Melody at a wellness clinic in Atlanta, a tall man beside her, the internet exploded. Nobody had proof, nobody had a clear photo, but the whispers grew. And when that tweet was deleted minutes later, it only made fans more certain something was happening behind the scenes. Then came the blurry clip. A woman who looked like Melody being helped into an SUV, holding her stomach gently. A man stood beside her, holding a smoothie, opening the door with quiet care. Fans zoomed in on the shoes, the hoodie, the posture, the way the man leaned slightly toward her. The whole thing looked too tender, too careful to be casual. And that's when the theories became a storm. While fans were investigating every tiny detail, Martell was unraveling in the background. He posted a message that said, "People pretend they've grown until truth hits them." Minutes later, he deleted it. Then he went live, rambling about loyalty and betrayal, but without naming anyone. His voice shook, his tone cracked, and he kept pausing, like he was holding back more than he wanted to say. People could feel it. This wasn't about television. This wasn't about fans. This wasn't even about Melody's love life. This was about control, losing it. Martell was used to being the main character in Melody's story. He expected her to react to his posts, respond to his shade, or at least acknowledge him publicly. But she didn't, not once. Hill, on the other hand, barely said anything at all. And when he finally did address a rumor, he did it respectfully, calmly, without feeding into anything that smelled like gossip. He praised Melody's strength. He called her focused, resilient, inspiring, and then he moved on. That quiet confidence shook people. And it shook Martell even more. Because when a man speaks respectfully about your ex, the woman you bruised emotionally, and he does it without trying to embarrass you, it hits differently. But nothing compared to the moment things exploded. A fan page posted a cake with gold lettering, "It's a girl." The faces were blurred, but the ring on the hand slicing the cake, everyone recognized it. And when the post was deleted within minutes, screenshots spread faster than anyone could stop them. Martell lost it. Insiders say he walked off set, slammed a door, and refused to film. He kept repeating, "This is a joke. She's doing this to get back at me." But every producer, every assistant, every camera operator knew the truth. Melody wasn't thinking about him at all. Her silence was louder than any argument they'd ever had. Then came today. The announcement. The confirmation. The photo that left Martell staring at his phone like the world had slipped from under his feet. Because Melody wasn't just pregnant. She wasn't just happy. She wasn't just moving on. She was doing it publicly, confidently, lovingly, with a man who didn't need attention, didn't chase drama, and didn't treat her like a storyline. And that's exactly why Martell's fury erupted into full view. He jumped online minutes after the post hit the internet. His story said, "Some people build a new life while destroying their old one." It stayed up for 20 minutes before disappearing. Then he posted again, "Watch who you trust, watch who they run to." Fans dragged him instantly. "She's not running, she left. She found peace, and you're upset about it? Sir, this is what growth looks like. You had her, you lost her." But Martell kept going. Another post, another rant, another message that sounded more like heartbreak than anger. People started realizing this wasn't just jealousy. This was grief. Because Martell finally understood something he fought against for years. Melody wasn't coming back. Not emotionally, not romantically, not spiritually, not in any way he once believed he had access to. She was gone. Fully, completely, happily. And the man beside her wasn't trying to compete with Martell. He wasn't trying to fill a void. He wasn't trying to prove anything online. Hill was simply there. Present, stable, constant. The kind of man who didn't need to speak loudly because his actions did the talking. And that, more than anything, is what shattered Martell's ego. Because for years, he insisted he couldn't be replaced. For years, he believed Melody would always leave the door cracked. For years, he assumed he'd always have a piece of her heart, even if they were done. But this pregnancy changed everything. The announcement changed everything. Hill changed everything. For the first time since their marriage fell apart, Melody stepped into a future Martell had no control over. She chose peace. She chose love. She chose healer. And she chose it with someone who didn't break her. The emotional shift was obvious. In her smile. In her energy. In the way she glowed. In the way she looked like she finally exhaled after holding her breath for years. And Martell, standing on the outside of that world, saw exactly what his actions cost him. This wasn't just a baby announcement. This was closure. This was transformation. This was Melody rewriting her story with a pen Martell no longer holds. So now, the only question is, will Martell finally accept that his chapter in Melody's story is over? Or will he keep fighting a battle he already lost the moment she chose peace over pain? At the end of the day, this moment isn't just about a pregnancy. It's about power, peace, and finally closing a chapter that dragged on far too long. Melody has stepped into a new life, and no amount of anger from Martell can pull her back into the chaos she escaped. Whether fans believe this is destiny or just perfect timing, one thing is clear: the tables have officially turned. And if this is how Melody begins her next chapter, just imagine what's coming next. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.